What's up, y'all? Welcome to Sunday Soup and welcome to the last episode of season 1. We have reached episode 10. So, thank y'all for joining me. If you've been here since the beginning, thank you. Like, literally, with the biggest thank you that I can give you, and all of my heart, thank you. If you joined in the middle, thank you. And if you joined today, thank you. I'm Lindsay. I'm your host, your chef, your storyteller. Every other week, I whip up a delicious soup, pair it with some thought-provoking conversations, some inspiring stories. Maybe I can make you laugh while you're here. If that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. As I said, even though this is the final episode of season 1, season 2 will be coming this fall. And there's also some more content that I'm going to be producing over the summertime. So yeah, subscribe so you can get in here and see all the things. I'm excited. I am so proud of making it through season 1. It was not easy. Starting a podcast is not easy. They don't tell you that. For all the people that have done it and have done it successfully, like, shout out to you. Congrats, because this is a lot of work. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. However, it was not easy. So I'm celebrating today. We're celebrating, and we're going to celebrate by not making soup, actually making cupcakes today, because I want to celebrate that I have made it this far, that I have finished business school. There's so many things that I have done within these 10 episodes, like within this season, that I'm very proud of. And I want to celebrate that. It's like Sunday Soup after dark, like no soup, no none of that. Just lots of fun and enjoyment. Let's take it to the stove, but don't get your bowl. You can still get comfy and cozy, but you don't need a bowl because we're not making soup. So, all right, y'all. So, like I said, we are baking some cupcakes. So, of course, I got funfetti and I got yellow cake. I really wanted yellow cake. Normally a white cake kind of girl, but I had a taste for yellow cake. So, we're going to make cupcakes. I hope you didn't think I was making them from scratch. But we are going to elevate this a little bit. I've got some vanilla extract and I actually got buttermilk. I'm going to use some buttermilk and some water. First, vegetable oil, you'll need that. I've got 4 large eggs, and then I bought the store-bought Funfetti icing, and I got like a piping bag set. We're gonna see how that goes. I think that'll be fun. It might not end up well, but I am gonna I saw people say that it's really good to whip this. So it is kind of cold because it's been in my fridge, but I'm going to whip it in the bowl, whatever. Let's get to it, I guess. Let's go. So yeah, I am really, also I have my hand mixer. And then for when we're whisking the icing, I have my immersion blender that also it came with a whisk attachment. So I'm going to use it. It's like a hand mixer, really. Also, another version of it. Like I said, I'm really excited that I made it to 10 episodes. I think that is such a win, and I really enjoyed it. I think I've reflected enough. I've told y'all the things that I've learned and how I felt, so I just want to have fun on this episode and celebrate. So I asked ChatGPT to give me fun and lighthearted topics to talk about, and so I have the list in front of me of things that it says might be funny to talk about, or just a mix of things I can talk about on this episode. So, one of them is strangest or most random internet rabbit hole you've ever gone down. If you know me, I search everything. I Google so many things. I love Google, and Google, I have asked it so many things and gone down so many rabbit holes. I can't think of one specifically, but I'm really not good with geography. So anytime someone tells me where something is, I look at it on a map and I get really into it, and I'll start looking at other places nearby, and I get kind of obsessive. I have some random obsessions also. I went through a hardcore British rap phase when Central C first came out. That's crazy to say. But when Central C came out, I really liked him. I don't know why. I just liked his voice. And so I went through this phase of just loving British rap, I guess. And I would listen to their music. I also am a Love Island fan, and I love Love Island UK. So I also get into that. I have a lot of things that I like I find it interesting, and then I like have to know as many things about it as I can. I think I mentioned this before, I watch a lot of true crime, and I will like, my TikTok will show me like videos, true crime stories, or like people getting arrested, and then I have to go to YouTube and find the full series or the full video and like watch the whole thing, and I get like really engrossed into it. One of the more random ones, I don't think it's random, but like I was like really into it, and my friend, okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to talk while I'm doing this. My friends thought it was funny, but like when Young Thug got arrested, I read like all 40 pages of his indictment, and I was so wrapped up in it. And I actually used it as my media love project. Like I talked about his case and like how it relates to the First Amendment and like how it could be unconstitutional, and like the arguments around using rap as censorship, or like censorship of rap and all those things. So that's probably a random one or a weird one that I've like gone in a really deep dive on off of just him getting arrested. So yeah, that's probably a random one. I also always look up First Amendment things, like when people protest, I'm like, what are their rights? Like I could read you your rights and tell you what you should and shouldn't do for sure about a lot of these weird topics. All right, and now I didn't add in the eggs yet. I just wanted to like mix up some of those liquids because they were just kind of sitting in there. Weird food combos that actually slap. I don't think I have any that I can think of that are like super weird. This is such a great hand mixer. My mom got it for me. I think when I was in college, when I like moved to my first house, like with roommates, because she's a baker, and obviously she wanted me to have a hand mixer. She was like, you never know when you're going to need it. And I've had it since then, and it really is such a good hand mixer. I'm not the type to, some people I know will just use their hand or like use a spoon. More power to them, not me. I'm not working that hard. So I have a hand mixer. And it's not quite all the way mixed up, so I'm going to mix it up just a little bit more. Just see. It tastes good, but it doesn't taste like sweet. Maybe because it's yellow cake. No, I lied. It does taste good. Ooh, it tastes really good. Okay. So I'm going to throw these in the cupcake tin, or throw the papers in the tin, and then add this. And I've already had my oven pre-baked or preheated to 350. And once I put these in, then we can work on the thing and figure all that out. All right, so I am taking this big bowl and filling up the cupcake tins. I know, like I said, ChatGPT gave me a bunch of things to talk about, but I feel like I don't want to talk about those. Not that I don't want to, but I feel like I've had so many, like I said, I've had a lot of wins recently, and I feel like there's gnats. It's that time of year where there's gnats, and oh my gosh, they're so annoying, really bad in North Carolina. You don't even have to have fruit for them to just be in your space. Anyways, I feel like I've been recently on like a come up in life. Like my early 20s, and maybe this is for everybody, my early 20s were just so difficult, and I felt like a lot of learning lessons. And I still feel like I'm learning a lot in my mid 20s. However, I feel like my mindset has changed a lot, and I'm also experiencing more wins than I am L's. Like I felt like in my early 20s, it was so many L's and just so many lessons, and I was exhausted. And before, like that would have been really frustrating for me. And not that I wasn't frustrated, and I definitely, some my therapist is too, like I gave myself space to be upset and cry about it, and then I like quickly reframed my thoughts and was like, okay, like gotta get fixed. I'm grateful that my car gets me from point A to point B. I'm grateful that I have a job and the means to like support myself and be able to get my car fixed, and like have family that can help me and tell me what I should and shouldn't do when it relates to my car. Have family that can like help me like pay for stuff and do some of those things that like I struggle with or have struggled with in the past. And it just feels really nice and really reaffirming that like I am on the right track. I believe everything that's meant to be will be. And since it didn't happen, it wasn't meant to be, and it wasn't my time, and I'm okay with that. And I had to grieve that and have my moment. But sometimes people say like, you shouldn't be upset that you're going through something, because there's people that are going through worse, or there are people that wish they were in your position, which is true. But I think you should also be able to allow yourself to be disappointed or be sad. So not that there's like, oh, there's people having it more rough than me, but like I have the privilege to have opportunities to do these things, and I have the privilege to have a master's degree and be able to share what I've learned, that and other people don't have that. So like, not even in a like you shouldn't be sad about it, but like I am just grateful that I have the privilege to have these things. And I saw that like on TikTok, I saw people like posting about that, and honestly I've like tried to adopt it into my life, and I feel like it's really changed how I think about things. Like when I was really frustrated with my car, I literally had a moment and I'm like, it is a privilege. I was mad, but I had to tell myself, I mean, you gotta fake it till you make it. And I told myself, like, it is a privilege to have car problems. It is a privilege to have to take your car to the what's it called, the mechanic, and have them fix it. And it's like, it's a privilege to even have a car. It's a privilege that my car still drives. Like really telling myself like all these things, that having gratitude even in the hard times. And for the hard times, like I'd be upset like, oh my gosh, I gotta pay my rent again, or like, oh my gosh, I got more bills to pay. But it's a privilege that I'm able to have bills, that I'm able to pay these things. It has changed my mindset, and I've been really working on reframing my thoughts probably for like all my life. I think every therapist I've ever had has told me you need to reframe your thoughts. But I'm getting better at it, and I'm a work in progress, but I'm getting there, and I'm proud of my progress nonetheless. I'm a work in progress, but I'm proud of the progress that I made. And I love that I can always be better. Like I don't have to be perfect. I can learn from stuff. It's a privilege to learn. It's a privilege to make mistakes. Some people make mistakes and it kills them. Literally. I know. That's not my story. I'm able to make mistakes and bounce back and come back from that. So I don't know. I've really just been reframing my thoughts, and to that point, like like I said, my business class is over, and there were some frustrations with that as well, with the reframing of my mindset, my thoughts, like feel differently about certain things. And I am just proud of my progress, and I do attribute a lot of this to my podcast and like talking through things and giving myself space to talk through things, and like sharing this with people, doing something I said I wanted to do. Like I said I wanted to do this, and I'm literally doing it. And I'm just like I say I want to do a lot of things and I do them. Oh my gosh, I'm getting cupcake filling everywhere. But I'm just really proud of myself for doing this. So be proud of yourself. You know, if you're watching this, you have made it to May 2025. I'm proud of you. Things weren't always easy. It didn't always make sense. It probably sucked a lot some days, and then it was really good other days, but shout out to you. I think I talked about this a few episodes ago, but like it's hard to believe I graduated a year ago, and I'm so proud of how far I've come. It's almost like I don't even know who I was a year ago. I'm like, who is that girl? I don't even know her. Like I've grown in so many areas. Still have a lot of growth to do, but I'm okay with that. Like I feel like I have come very far. So thank you for joining me on this podcast journey, at least the beginning of it. This is, like I said, only season 1, chapter 1. Like it's only the beginning. And I really think I can do something with this and continue this. So again, thank you for your support and watching, and for all the encouragement. Like it was really hard to put myself out there, and it still is many times. Like when people tell me, oh, I watched your podcast, I'm like, you did? But for every person that watched or checked in or sent me a text, especially like my line sister Jasmine, she'd be like, when's the next episode? When is it dropping? We're waiting. For every person that complimented me or sent me a message or just watched a video, like my friends have been so supportive of me doing this, and especially my best friend, they've been telling me to do a YouTube for years, and I was like, no, like nobody cares what I have to say. But for everyone that has supported me, I have the most amount of gratitude, and I literally am so grateful for this experience and this season. But I have the cupcake tins filled. if you can see. So I'm going to pop them, and I have a decent amount of filling left. So I'm probably going to make 2 batches. However, I only have this 1 cupcake tin. So I'm going to put these in. We'll come back, we'll whip the icing. I may make more. If I do, I'll probably make them off cam, but we're going to get the first dozen in. Them cupcakes going to explode. Anyways, so I got this piping bag kit with or pastry bag with the little piping tips, and I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, this is nice because it already comes with this thing. Like I don't have to cut a plastic bag and do that whole thing. Great. I am so excited for summer. Like I love summer. I think I told you that before. It's getting warm out. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm excited to like share new content and different type of content than this, to do something different. Like I love soup. I love Sunday soup. I'm just excited to explore different things and have the freedom to do that and kind of not be on a strict posting schedule. I'm going to try not to put myself on a strict posting schedule. I doubt that'll work. I think I'm probably going to do what I always do and overplan and overwork myself. But I really am excited for new content types, and I'm still working through what I'm going to do, and I don't want to share yet until I know for sure. I love this era of like exploring YouTube and videos, and as you can see, I'm really struggling to get this in here. It's becoming a very messy process. You know what I should have done? What the bakers on TV do, like they put it in a cup and then flip it down. I watch a lot of baking content and TV, so you would think I would not be acting like a rookie. However, I am. They put it in a cup, they flip the bag down. There's icing all over this bag. This is not gonna work. TV lied. Because I'm trying to do that and it's not working. I'm fighting for my life. So we're just gonna keep going with my original method of doing the best I can. The icing in the bag, and I feel like I should test it. Look at that piping bag. Look at me. I'm a baker. Put me on. What's it called? Nailed it. Put me on. You guys know this is funny. Guys, I actually submitted an audition for Nailed It when I was in college because I couldn't cook. They didn't select me, obviously. But I thought I had a good story. I'm like, my mom is a baker. I can't bake at all. So like, you know, that would be a good story. The baker's daughter can't, or the, yeah. And she like bakes cakes and stuff, not like bread and all that, but she bakes cakes. And I was like, this would be perfect. Put me on Nailed It. They didn't select me for whatever reason. I don't even think the show continued after a few seasons, but I was really hoping they would pick me because I literally was basically burning down my kitchen, trying to cook anything or bake anything. And I remember for my audition, I submitted myself baking a cake and it was a complete fail, and not even intentionally. I was just really bad at it. So if Nailed It is back, or maybe it was, I think I submitted it for Nailed It. I might have submitted it for Worst Cooks in America. I'm really not sure. That doesn't matter. They didn't call me back nonetheless. But if Nailed It wants me on there now, put me on there. Okay, especially after this episode. Let's see. Okay, I cooled the cupcakes in my fridge while the other batch was baking. And we're going to try our best to ice them. I have no clue what I'm doing. Let me... Okay, hold on. Okay, that's pretty good. These cupcakes are huge. Oh, there's like air bubbles in this. To be fair, at my last job, our cooks would make homemade butter, and we would whip the butter in the like butter containers out of a piping bag. So I'm not completely foreign to it, but okay, y'all, rookie mistake. Midway through me filming me icing these and ending the episode, not even midway. After I did all of that, I realized I ran out of storage, which is crazy. However, my cupcakes are iced and finished. They look so freaking cute. They taste delicious, clearly, because I ate basically this whole thing. Anyways, huge thank you to y'all for supporting me through season 1. Cupcakes turned out great. Stay tuned for season 2. Let me know what you want to see in the comments. Message me, whatever, soup recipes, anything, any topics, whatever, all that down below. Thank y'all so much. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye.